Alrighty then. Good morning, good evening, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome one and all. My name is Michael. I'm the Dead Aussie Gamer, and welcome to Pathfinder 2nd Edition, Curse of the Crimson Throne. Joining me today are my wonderful and illustrious patrons who come and support my channel, allow me to keep the lights on, and eating food that is still made of solid matter. Welcome, everyone.
Hello.
Hi.
Yeah, look at all these amazing people. Yay! Now, before we begin, I'd like to welcome everyone in the chat. So good to see so many familiar faces, happy faces, and of course, people who are rolling D100s in chat, stressing me the fuck out. I'm glad we have the dice roller. Now, before we begin, a couple of announcements. First of all, this is my last stream before I am overseas. We are, as I've mentioned before, attempting to make it so that there is no interruption to our streaming services when it comes to the travel side of things. There may be one on Wednesday, just because that's supposed to be the day that I am at the wedding, so I might not necessarily want to be streaming at 3 in the morning, but we shall see. We shall see. Now, obviously, you guys have noticed we have a new party member here. Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce the amazing Brittany Fenn from Twitch, who is joining us here for our Player 6 seat. Welcome, Brittany.
Hello. Thanks for having me.
It's so good to have you, and I cannot wait to meet your character. We're going to do introductions in a second, but I'm going to ask that we not introduce your character just yet, because I want people to get, you know, a first taste of your character in game. So there's that. But you know, as we're here already, tell us a little bit about yourself and, you know, like the thing that you do here on Twitch as well.
Well, hello. I'm excited to be here. Thanks for having me. I am a singer, songwriter, actor. Sometimes I play Dungeons and Dragons, and yeah, I'm here on Twitch. I stream. I started streaming on Twitch late last year, just playing video games, and chat has bullied me into a few horror games, which has been great.
Amazing. And do you love doing it?
Not scared at all. It's been great. It's been great. We're having lots of fun, and we just upgraded from PlayStation to a PC, so that's been really cool.
Ooh.
So streaming has gone to the next level, and yeah, but I'm super excited to join in here and join the campaign and
Learn Pathfinder?
Yeah, I'm really excited. Learn Pathfinder. This is fine. This is fine. Coming in at a high
That's
level.
right. We're gonna expunge. We're gonna exercise the D&D demons out of Britt as we play today. So So moving on, we have, of course, a great game for you today. But before we begin, let's start with giving our thanks to none other than the people who help us bring these shows to you guys. Starting with our sponsors that we have for the show that allow us to look as amazing as we do. Starting with Fantasy Grounds for our VTT. You can see behind me and underneath me and all the places. This is an amazing app that I use to do a lot of my references, run my stories, and play my modules. Honestly, this is one of the best tools that I've found for being adaptive online and being able to pivot on a turn using a wide variety of homebrew and published materials. So yeah, this is what I use and this is what I like. And if you use DAG's affiliate code, you give a little kickback to DAG as well when you buy anything through Fantasy Grounds. Then, of course, we have our illustrious sounds from Sirenscape, which have the sound sets for the Curse of the Crimson Throne adventure. Sound effects such as, you know what? Let's this is the sound of burps and drinking noises. There we go.
It's just me belching.
Yeah, that's it. The sound of dice.
Not hearing that on this end.
Church bells. No, not hearing it.
Not hearing nothing.
Hear that one.
What about the
Okay.
dice in the church bells?
Maybe it's very soft. Hold on a second.
Was that a swallow?
Yeah, it's pretty quiet. I heard it that
It
time. I'll
got-
be
has-
gulping.
got some
All right,
here
hold
either.
on. Let me reload. Let me reload it. I think it's just being temperamental. Hold on, because I'm looking at my I'm looking on Twitch and it doesn't seem like it's broadcasting any sound via Twitch. Here we go. Let's get some boss music going.
There we go.
Now we
All
hear
right.
it.
Beautiful. So yeah, sound effects like this, musical scores, and other things are available at the touch of a button, which we use, as I mentioned, for a number of our different adventures. And Curse of the Crimson Throne has an entire sound set dedicated to it. So go check out Sirenscape, and yeah, go liven up your game, because every epic game deserves to sound epic as well. And lastly, lastly, our amazing artwork is done in Hero Forge, a amazing 3D model making bespoke figure printing service that allows you to design, create, and make these cool minis that you can not only use in VCTs like I do, but also have them custom made and sent to you for your at-home games as well. So go check them out. They're going to be amazing. They're going to be wonderful. And yeah, we're going to have a good time with it. So, yay! Whew. Okie dokie. Now, without any further ado, let's take a moment now to meet the cast and characters of today's session. Because, look, honestly, while it is always a great honor to be a GM and to be able to tell and weave wonderful stories, it would be nothing without an amazing group of characters to back them up. So, without any further ado, Melly, starting with you and going around, I'll have you introduce yourselves and your characters while I go get a beverage to fend off the dry mouth I get in the morning.
Hi, everybody. I'm Malikisa, and I play Holly, who is a fairy noble who wasn't really high up in terms of taking over the throne. But since dude named Jack decided to wipe out her entire family, she's apparently now next in line to be queen. Provided Jack doesn't kill her first, which is what he's trying to do. In the meantime, she's also trying to help save Corvosa with these wonderful people that she's been running into when she decided to run away from her arranged marriage with Jack in the first place. And yeah, there's been some drama going on here. I love the look on Brittany's face when I'm describing, yeah, that all of that has happened. Also, Holly was a rogue and then wound up selling her soul to Asmodeus in order to save some children who were dying of the plague. So she is now a cleric of Asmodeus and can do some pretty badass things. On to you, Marcus.
If it'll let me do it. Hi, yes, I'm Marcus. I am playing Alexander Croft, the wizard from the Hell Knight Order of the Gate. He is a Corvosan native and the younger brother to Guard Captain Cressida Croft, and was found by the party in the Cinderlands inside the belly of a magma worm. Since then, he has come to the understanding of himself that it wasn't just coincidence that he was given leave to go back to Corvosa. He now firmly believes that the oracles knew something was happening and is now determined to help the party dispose of the queen. And now he also has a goal of saving his sister from an evil an evil female version of himself who is part of the Grey Maidens, as per the Fortune Dragon.
Hi, I'm Laura, and I play Agnes, who is a psychic, and she's spent younger years on the Verusian caravans, and then she fell pregnant. Her husband died, and she moved to the city to raise her daughter, who is now 16, 17-ish years old. It's never really been ephemeral. Old enough to have a boyfriend. Yeah, and then she went on a shopping trip and ended up on an adventure to save the city. Yeah, so that's what she's trying to do, save the city and ultimately get all this over and done with so she can go on a date with Fisherman Dan.
Are we waiting on Dante's player or should I just go? Okay, hi everybody. My name's Cass. I am playing Elisa Rowe. She is a bird who has minimal idea what's going on. She just knows that her horse got stolen. He was the fastest horse with an 80-foot move speed. She's upset about it, but processing. So we're just gonna kind of see how that goes for her. She's here. She's shooting crossbows. She's gonna have a fun time, even if she's mad about it. That's her whole vibe right now.
Fair enough. And of course, to cap out our dear friend Dante, Dante is played by our dear friend Raikon, who is a kitsune druid who is on a revenge quest to try and avenge the death of his friend, who was a victim of the drug trade in Corvosa. He did manage to kill the distributor, but still needs to find the chemist who was responsible for the big insurgents of Pesh that went into the town. He is a protector of the wild places around and near Corvosa and is vested in trying to protect the lands from this draconic menace. So yeah, there you go. All right, now before we kick off, we have one last person to thank before our show begins, and that is, of course, our lovely audience members. Guys, thank you for being here and hanging out with us. I see so many familiar faces, as well as familiar audience members from over at Careful Cantrip. I see Family IT Dude and OG and a bunch of other folks as well. So it's wonderful to see you guys here and supporting the show and hanging out. So, before we kick off, we have a number of ways that we invite our audience to join along with the fun and get to play and then have a little bit of a thing to do. First of all, just by watching the show, you earn channel points that can be used at any point in time in order to try and influence the game while we play. These ones can basically be used to get inspiration, insight bonuses, wandering monsters, wandering bosses, divine intervention, and healing. There's a ton of ways that you guys can literally pull the party into and out of the brink of death at any given time. But for those of you who have a little bit more of a, who have a little bit more finances and are able to help Dag, both on his birthday, in the illusion to his birthday, which is in 2 days. God, fuck, it's 2 days away. As well as to ensure his safe and happy travels. All donations are going to happy pre-birthday Dag things. And these donations give you more tangible results in the form of these rewards. First of all, for $5, our characters will receive either a hero point, or I, as your GM, will receive a jinx point. Hero points can be used to stave off death, petition the GM for nonsense that isn't in the rules, or roll with advantage. The jinx points can be used for bad guys to counter hero points, have them roll with advantage, or have something complicate ever so slightly. Is there an echo? Let me know if there is an echo. I don't hear one, but maybe there is one. Also,
I do
bye,
not hear it.
Turkers. Good. All right. Yeah. Let me know if there is one in chat. Okay. Then for $10, well done, Cookie. For $10, you can draw from a deck of plot twists, which is this lovely deck here, which is filled with story prompts that I use to insert into the game while we play, or a deck of heroic actions that you can provide to a player of your choice, who will get to draw from this and gain a really cool little free power. So yeah, there you go. For $20, we will donate for a natural 20, which of course is a freaking natural 20. Well, sometimes shit just needs to work, and that is how we get it to work. So yeah, we love our natural 20s. For $50, you'll provide a character of your choice a magic item. This can be a homebrew item you design, an item you would like me to design, or something from my player's wish list, if you so choose. If, however, you woke up and chose violence this morning, instead of using it for a magic item, that $50 can go towards increasing the difficulty of a challenge, making a boss tougher, making the situation more grim, or upping the ante or the stakes of the encounter that the group is having. What's that? All of a sudden, there is a pregnant lady pushing a pram, in front of the dragon. Oh no, what are we going to do? Random stuff happens. It's fun. And last but not least, the big, massive donation, which is, of course, our $100 donation, which comes with a massive thank you and a huge, kind of Like, honestly, it's these kind of donations that really help keep me afloat. The $100 secret menu item is usually something big, something massive that will allow our audience members to really shape the world as we play. Now, we are introducing a new character today, and this character is Thea. You will learn more about them in just a moment, which is played by our lovely friend Britt. Now, Thea, we have spent a little bit of time talking about things like gods and, where their alignment kind of sits. But Thea is not necessarily blessed in any particular way by the divine. This will change, however, with a $100 secret menu item. If you purchase the $100 secret menu item, you will be providing Thea with the blessings of the god Zon Kuthon, the god of pain, suffering, and misery, which will provide her with a very unique power that will share pain with a number of different individuals that she may choose from. It is a powerful ability. It is something that will be active most, if not all of the time, and will basically help the survivability of our entire group, potentially, depending on how Zonkathonian our group wants to be. So yeah, there we go. Blessings of the god of misery. So that's our stuff. Good. I'm glad we're here. Now, before we push on, we have a few different donations. First of all, thank you to Cookiemon Steve, who donated 3 hero points and a natural 20 to Thea. Yay! So Thea is now fully loaded and decked out as a welcome to the party. We have also been donated a hero point for Dante from our dear friend Schooly Eye, who is also drawn from the deck of Plot Twists and given us Life Changer, because that's going to be fucking easy to do. So I've got Life Changer. And for those of you who remembered last week, we did end the stream a little early because it did crash. We do still have Familiar Face still active for this week as well. I believe that's our only 2 donations for today so far. But yes, donations are always welcome and always available. But yeah. So, without any further ado, actually with a little further ado, because I'm going to drink my drink, which I didn't do because I was too enraptured with everyone. Hold on.
Have a little dance break, everyone.
That looks so weird against the green screen.
It does. Oh, you should watch me. I ate some like some blue fairy floss, and it literally looked like I was putting dark matter in my mouth. Okay. Well, without any further ado,
Damn.
when last we left our intrepid explorers, heading north to the lands of Belkzen, home of the Orcish hordes, our heroes set their sights on Scarwall, a large and ominous fort that was the site of battle against the dragon Khazavron, where it was slain, broken up, and its parts separated to stop its vicious life force from ever taking hold again in the lands of Galarian. But Khazavron did not rest. He has, indeed, provided his power and influence over the Queen of Korvosa, an enemy to our group who is currently doing her best to seize power and grow her influence. In order to try and stop her, our heroes went to seek out the Shoanti tribesmen of the Cinderlands and learnt of the great warriors that fought against Khazavron in times gone past, and spoke of the artifact that was used to slay them. Our heroes now journey to Scarwall in order to seek out the artifact and bring it home so they may engage in one final confrontation with the Queen and bring her rule to an end. Upon their travels, they have come upon a river which they need to cross. As our heroes mostly can fly, they manage to elude the attention of most of the creatures that resided here, save one, a draconic paluda, a vicious and envious draconic creature that swims on these waterways. Angered by the weak creatures that deign to fly while he lacks the wings of his fellow dragon brethren, this creature launched spiked quills into the air, striking Dante and the others, knocking them out of the sky and engaging them in vicious battle. And it is here our story continues. All right. So, our next action comes courtesy of the Paluda. As Holly exploded a large body of magic just up in the little right corner here, the Paluda was able to evade the onslaught, at least a little, searing and singeing its back half in the fires of the profane energies that Holly wields. The dragon, seeing Holly so far away, decides to try and knock her into the water. Taking forth their tail, they swoosh it around back and forth before launching a quill. Ooh, actually, 30-foot cone, eh? No, he's gonna have to shoot you. It's fine. All right. Holly, a quill launches from its tail as it whip cracks in your direction. Landing a solid hit. Holly is pierced for 4 points of damage. As the quill hits you, you feel fine. Perfectly fine. So fine. The finest fine you feel. Because you rolled a critical success against against the poison of the quill. But I will need an athletics check for you to stay aloft as you get shot.
Maybe.
All right. Nice. All right, that will do it. You managed to stay aloft. The
Yay.
dragon looks around. Injured, bleeding, and absolutely ready to tear into their next victim. It looks over at Alexander. It opens its jaws, ready to bite down on him while he's lying tripped over in front of it. When another figure enters the fray. Thea, would you be so kind as to describe your character and take your turn?
Sure. So you will see a human-looking chick, very grayed, pale skin, short, dirty hair, this like red. There's the markings of what looks like a skull on her face. And what else did we say?
Oh, that's fine. That was beautiful. I love that.
Fantastic. She will just step up and now what does she want to do? Dag, if I want to call on my special friends to come and help me.
You can, absolutely. You can use any number of means. Now,
And
your character does have a primary companion, which you can call upon. Or you can summon a companion if you would like.
I might just call upon my primary companion.
All right, not a problem. What does your magic look like as you cast?
So it's this green, wispy magic that just kind of emanates from her. And I think if you were standing close enough, you would just feel unsettled more than anything. But there's these kind of green tendrils that just kind of wisp around her as she starts to cast her magic.
All right, done and done. As you do so, the wispy tendrils begin to form and coalesce. As they do, you all find yourselves now in the presence of what looks to be a giant undead creature. Now to throw a point to it, what does your friend look like?
Ooh. Can they look like anything?
More or less.
Or is this... He's just a big, hulky boy zombie.
Big, bulky, hulky boy zombie. All right, I can do that. Oh, perfect. There it is. All right. You know what? Let's do it this way. There we go. All right, rising up out of the ground, this large, imposing zombie with rotten flesh rises up, groaning, moaning, but emerging from the ground next to Agnes. As this happens,
That's unfortunate.
Very unfortunate.
that kind of is. All right. What would you like
One
to?
person loaded up on anti-undead stuff.
What would you like to then instruct the undead to do?
Say, hello, my beautiful boy. Attack that. And I'm going to be very specific.
That didn't sound very specific.
Anyone else? What are we attacking?
There is a dragon called a Paluda.
Okay.
Multiple
Is
people
it?
around it.
Okay. Attack the dragon.
All right. Are you going to use 2 commands for this or just 1?
2.
All right. Alexander says, "What in the hells is that?" The dragon snarls, not believing, not falling for the oldest trick in the book. But then from
Looks at the
behind...
star.
But then from behind... a giant whack collides with the dragon as he takes 47 points of damage as the first blow against this creature goes through. Britt, can you pick a number between 1 to 5?
3.
3. Okay. Bludgeoning. It hits an adjacent enemy, which there's no adjacent enemy, so let's move on from that. The target is stunned 1. All right. Second attack. Ooh, that is a miss. You can use a hero point in order to re-roll it if you'd like. Otherwise, we'll go to the third attack.
Would it go to? It would hit Alexander instead.
No, it's just missed. It hasn't crit missed.
Oh, okay. It has to
No,
crit miss.
remember, I am affected by the don't hit me. So anytime anything
right.
misses the dragon, I get hit.
No, I do remember that. Yes, you actually are affected by that.
Sorry.
All right. So, Thea, if your zombie misses, it's going to hit Alexander because of a fumble that Alexander did.
Go for it.
Let's.
The zombie doesn't know. You don't know.
You do have 3 hero
Yeah,
points.
no, that is true.
Yes.
You don't know
but,
that that's the thing.
I think just wanting to get rid of this thing, I'm going to use a hero point. She's like, try again.
A little to the left. All right. With the second attack, it is definitely going to hit. And the polluter takes 19 points of damage. Then with its final attack, it swings down yet again. Ooh, but will miss again. Now, if you want, you can use a hero point, or you can use a natural 20 to score a automatic critical hit.
Yeah,
Real
let's
question
do
is,
that.
what's the chance of them hitting if they did do a hero point?
If they did do a hero point, let's see. So that's a -10 at the moment. The polluter has an AC of 30. So
Yeah, they would have to.
they basically have to
Crit.
hit the natural 20 anyway. All right. But yeah, a natural 20. That'll be.
Yeah.
Sorry, 1 second. 31. Yeah, that will critical hit. All right. And the polluter takes 40 points of damage and is rent from its mortal coil as the zombie basically grabs onto its tail, lifts it up into the air, and slams it into the ground. The polluter is dead.
Agnes slowly backs away from the zombie.
Dante is as well. He's gonna try and drag Alexander to process.
All right.
I'm going to approach
And-
my zombie boy and be like, oh, so good. So good, Olivia. And then he's like, okay, you can go now, and wave my hand off. Bye.
The zombie digs back into the ground and disappears.
Bye.
Hi. That was scary and really nice of you. Who are you?
Hello. I'm Thea. Nice to meet you all.
I'm Holly. Were you just in the area?
Yes. Yes.
Thea got separated
the
from
area.
her friends.
Yes.
Yes.
Out for a
You-
pleasant
Yeah.
stroll out in the middle of nowhere, were you? On a wee picnic?
I was with some friends. I've lost them. You all seemed like you could use some help.
Well, we do appreciate the help. That was wonderful and very scary.
She seems confused by the scary. The dragon?
Look. No, your giant thing there. It's not natural
Oh, no.
for people to be just summoning undead like that.
Oh, really? Huh. I
We
have
also
found some
haven't
people
had-
find it a bit better if you name it. Do you want to give him a name? Will that make you feel better?
We also haven't had the best experience with those things.
Yeah, they've tried to kill us a lot.
Well, to be fair, they've probably all been killed by adventurers at some point, so, you know. Did you ever ask them their side of the story? I'm kidding,
No.
by the way. I'm totally kidding.
They mostly just
Kidding,
tried
not
to kill us.
killing. Oh my god.
I
I'm
mean,
here
you
to
did
slay.
you did technically kill the dragon.
Yes. Look. I got separated from my friends, just looking for them, and when we find them, if you'd be willing to help me, then me and my undead beautiful boy, and look down to the ground.
Well,
We
you
can be
don't.
on our way, and we don't have to
The
stay
rest
here
of your
anymore.
friends, are they alive or also dead?
Rest assured, madam, we are most certainly not among the deceased. Approaching from the south along the riverbed appears to
Agnes
be.
jumps out of her skin and jumps in the air with
Yeah.
it and comes around facing the other direction.
There are two individuals. The first is this individual. Oh wait, actually. There we go. Much better. These are the two individuals who are approaching. One appears to be a white-haired man wielding a spiked chain and leather and sort of like a mail armor, behind which is a barely clad woman in chains with blue skin and red hair.
I have a feeling that Marcus knows what that is. Is that perhaps a devil of some kind?
Yes, indeed. It is a chiton, otherwise colloquially referred to as a chain devil.
I knew it
This is
was a
something.
devil.
Yeah, this is something Marcus knows as a Hell Knight. And Holly, I think you should also know as well as an Asmodean cleric. He looks
Okay, so a necromancer and a man with a devil.
He approaches and kind of gives you all a very scrutinizing look.
Oh, stop looking at them like that. I already scared them. By accident, I didn't mean to.
It is not wise to trust people on these roads. If they are here, then they are potential enemies.
You say that about everyone we meet.
That is because it is true of everyone we meet.
Yes, because you fight them.
Best they be killed before they become a problem. As he looks down, you watch as the blue devil, she sort of smiles and she sort of cracks her chain, blood pouring down from her palms as she grins with this evil, malice-filled smile. It looks like she's about to attack, when suddenly another voice emerges. Oh, hi! Hi! Is that... Thea! Thea! Hold on, wait, let me do this properly. Hold on.
He's doing that,
You know, when I
Alexander.
was
You were
traveling with the
handed.
Varisian caravan, we could go weeks without seeing a single soul. It's like, I don't know where they've all come from all of a sudden, just traipsing about the wilderness.
Alexander was hidden in a greater healing potion.
I mean, we're traipsing about the wilderness.
Thea, is that you?
What the fuck? Sorry.
Oh God, this woman again.
Oh, not
my
Oh my
again.
god!
Oh my god. Holly
You're
is-
okay! Hi, my dear. I'm gonna run up and just.
Hi.
Hi. Thea blushes a little bit. I'm so glad you're okay.
Oh, I'm so glad to find you. How did you find... Oh my god.
As she kind of like gestures to you, Holly,
Is
Dante.
that the muse
No.
of the artist? That
Oh,
that was
yes.
in love with the artist.
Leori.
Yes. Yeah.
And Agnes just tread like a spoiled child.
Yeah, that's the one. So Holly, Dante, and Agnes, you do indeed recognize this very familiar face as Leori Vaus. Our group, for those of you who hadn't watched that episode or who hadn't joined us for earlier on, was a Zonkathonian cleric who had come to the town of Corvosa, which was the hometown of our heroes, in order to seek out a man by the name of Salvador Scream, a very prominent artist who, resided in the town and who had gone missing. So she had taken it upon herself, as his number one fan, to go to the city and try to find him. Thanks to the efforts of our group and their, tenuous alliance, they were able to save Salvador. And Leori actually managed to go with Salvador to put him into hiding and protect him, thanks to the help of the Church of Zonkathon. And yeah, she is now here in front of you, smiling and very, 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 very pleased to see you.
Hi, Leori. I thought you would still be with Salvatore.
Oh yeah, no, Salvador's doing great. He's already starting on his next big piece. I think he's calling it The Deck of Innocence. I can't wait for you to see it. I mean, he hasn't shown me what it fully is, but I mean, introductions are important. Hi, I'm Leori. I'm I'm a cleric, and I worship Zonkathon. And here, this tall glass of very bitter water is Sile. Sile is another cleric like myself, and he travels around with Asira, who he travels with because no one else will talk to him, because he's always bitter and angry, and no one likes that because people always think that we're a bunch of moody people. But then just because we worship the god of misery doesn't mean we have to walk around like misery gods, does it?
Insufferable
What dear
creature.
boy, child, I'd forgotten how much you could talk.
Oh,
Wasn't
yeah,
it good to
thank
see
you.
you
I
still
forgot-
alive?
And I forgot how nice you are. You're so sweet. And oh my god, how's your daughter? No, oh, did you ever talk to that fisherman friend of yours?
Well, yes. And we had
Oh.
arranged a date. And then, well, the end of the world stuff started happening.
No. Oh, that always happens just when you're about to... Oh, I'm so sorry. I know you were really looking forward to it.
Yes, well, once all this dragon business is out the way, I'm sure we can get back to it.
Dragon business. You're here on dragon business? Thea, why didn't you tell me that we're here on dragon business?
I was just too busy listening to you, Leori.
Oh.
So you've all met. You know these people.
Oh, yeah, well, not all of them, but yeah. That's Holly. Holly is, a Wily Rowe from the Feywilds. And then that's Agnes. Agnes is a sweet psychic who has powers of psychic magics. And that's Dante. He's a fox, but sometimes he's not a fox. Sometimes he's other things. But he's a person who does magic with natural magic.
Oh, Larry, I'm kind of not a rogue anymore. I kind of do magic too now.
Oh, you learn magic too?
Yeah, but the rogue stuff had to go off to the side, so it's mostly magic now.
Oh, but that's okay. I can teach you something. Here, this is a knife. You put it in people. There you go. I taught you some other stuff. Yay.
Thanks, Larry.
You're welcome. If ever you need to figure out how to inflict pain on people, let me know. I love showing people how pain works.
Leori here has
Right,
been
so
teaching
anyway,
me
now that
how
you've
not
found your
to
friends, that's great.
stare.
We'll just be off. I'm going to start edging away up the page.
Oh, uh, Leori, I tried that thing that you said about when you meet new people, maybe don't have undead straight away because it scares them. So I sent him away after the fight, but I didn't work. I still scared them.
Oh, no. Oh, well, that's okay. Because, there's always worse things that one can be scared of. Right, Silas?
You say you were after a dragon. What dragon business do you have here? If Leori knows you and I know the trends, I would say that you and your compatriots were heading to Scarwall.
That is
Clever.
correct.
Ah, I see. As Leori has what looks to be a wide look of joy, this individual does not. He has a very dour look upon his face, like you've just given him the worst information ever. As he looks to you, he says, perhaps maybe then we should speak before going our separate ways. As Leori mentioned, I am Shadow Count Sial. And, well, to be frank, we have been communing with our god, Zonkathon, in order to try and ascertain, let's just say, certain interested parties have come together, and we wish to facilitate such a coming together. However, we are being obstructed by forces beyond our understanding.
Well, Alexander, we probably need to camp for you right now because you're wounded, and we should make you not traveling for a while. So why
Yeah,
don't
we
we
don't
set up
need.
the camp here? We're by the river, so we
Wounds.
have fresh water.
Wounds are a symbol of the gods. Surely you would let them rest and fester, as opposed to try to simply heal them.
Well, we kind of need Alexander, and we kind of don't want him to die. So maybe a little bit of healing could be good.
Unfortunately, she does have a point. I am currently unable to travel for long periods of time. Otherwise, a death chariot starts approaching.
Alexander, you're not supposed to mention the death chariot to people right when you meet them. It makes them nervous and run away, like that nice person did at the last camp.
Death chariot.
I will also point out that, Alexander, you are on, like, more than half your hit points. Just a by the by, as far as your injuries go.
Dante handed them a greater hit
I did not
potion.
hear a single word anybody said because my internet started cutting out. I heard something half your hit points.
You are on half your hit points. You are not at death's door.
Yeah. But you didn't say it had to be with me at a certain amount of hit points. You said it was if we traveled for more than an hour.
Oh yeah. But
It's every 6 hours.
But he's saying that you shouldn't heal your wounds because remember he's a god of pain and misery and suffering, and you're talking about healing your pain and misery and suffering in front of him.
Oh no, that's Holly. All I said was the rest.
Yes, it's fine.
But
If going back to what he's actually saying, he explains that he represents the Chelish, Leori represents Nidal, and his chitin companion represents the Hells. They are trying to come together in a way on behalf of their god in order to deal with a woman, a criminal by the name of Andason, who has currently set up operations in Scarwall. Leori reached out to a friend, Thea, in order to try and assist with this. But it has been proven to be quite difficult, as we have been summoned back to the temple. Leori and I do not wish to go back, as we wish to see this task fulfilled, but knowing that you are heading to Scarwall, I instead offer you this proposition. We will, tend your wounds. And in return, Thea will accompany you to Scarwall. Should you encounter Andason, she is to be either executed and her head brought back to the temple, or she is to be brought alive to the temple for beheading.
You said she was a criminal of some
Yes.
kind?
What did she do?
She betrayed the church in a very, very visceral way.
Well,
Sounds like a problem.
seeing as my job does require me to carry out things like that, I have zero issue in this.
It'd probably be easier just to bring the head, though. It's really hard to get a live person dragged all the way to a church, depending on how far the church is away.
The church we have in many places. There is one in Corvosa, of course.
We're definitely going back there, but we have some errands of our own to take care of first.
Right, well, I have no problem with Thea here traveling with us to Scarwall, but I'm not chopping the head off random people for anybody. If Thea wishes to take the head of this person, she's more than willing to do it, but I'm not going to help her.
And I already carried a severed finger. I am not carrying nobody's head. That ain't happening.
Come on, just get your head into it.
Sorry, Ro. That was hard.
Psst. Xiao, why don't we just tell them what we need?
Quiet, Leori. You know we can't.
Yes, we can't trust people, blah, blah, blah. Why don't you give it a go? Try it. Say it with me. I can trust another person. I can trust another person.
Has anyone ever told you you're an insufferable woman?
I guess, yes. Thank you so much. But yeah, if you don't tell them, I will.
Fine.
It's okay. Leori knows us.
That does not help your situation. So, we mentioned that there was a meeting of individuals. The other individuals we mention are known as the Brotherhood of Bones. The Brotherhood intends to do something quite reckless. They intend to take an artifact from the city of Corvosa and bring it to power. An artifact I believe you know well. The Crown of Fangs. Which you all know as the crown Queen Ilios is wearing.
Yep, that's already been powered up, my friend.
Well, we believe that by helping you on your mission and thwarting the forces of the Queen, that perhaps we can encourage you to consider letting the Church of Zonkathon handle the disposal of the crown once all matters are said and done.
When you say disposal, are you going to actually destroy it, or are you going to put it on the head of somebody else?
There is no intention to place it upon the head of anyone else. The Zonkathonians believe that it is a reliquary that requires careful protection and destruction in certain situations. You know that Kazavron's body, for example, is unable to be destroyed by normal means. However, what were to happen if a piece of Kazavron struck another piece of Kazavron? For that reason alone, destroying the artifact is not something I'm going to promise.
But you can promise it would be protected?
Oh, yes. Yes, indeed. The intention is to take it to the capital.
Sounds motive.
Would you be willing to commit to that on paper?
He looks at you and says, "These are very bold claims for someone who is trying to acquire trust. And I know better than to write contracts out with Asmodeans."
Also,
Well,
are we talking about just letting some random person we've just met on a beach take an exceedingly powerful and dangerous artifact just because they say they want to look after it?
well, they're clerics, so they can't go against their god. Well, they could, but that would be bad.
Uh, You see, Agnes looks like she wants to say so many things, and then she just shakes her head and we put some harm in it. Right. But as we know, all gods have good intentions. You know what? It doesn't matter. Whatever.
Wonderful. Well, as promised, we will tend your wounds. And as they heal you, you feel like 1,000 needles stabbing into you at the same time while your wounds do indeed fully heal. It is a painful and torturous experience.
I think I like my heel.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yours definitely feels a lot better.
Mine feels better, and it's the natural way.
That's very true. Okay. So, as you are resting up, here is what you are told. Yada yada yada. I've told you about the the crown being that they're after. They tell you that Scarwall was once a stronghold devoted entirely to Zonkathon, which is where their interest lies. They say that the undead, however, that dwell within, no longer respond to the call of Zonkathon. Or at least that is what we have been led to believe. We think that maybe with Kazavron's influence growing, it has started to affect the region surrounding Scarwall. Even from this distance, his power is starting to show for what it truly is. Uh, do, 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 do. Nope, we know that. Sorry, 1 second. There's a lot of stuff about like the two of them. Alright, you are an alliance. Okay. So, you are provided with Scarwall's exact location, cutting your journey in half. Do you guys happen to tell Sial about Kazavron's history you learned from the Shawanti?
Does he ask for it?
No.
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 Okay.
Not because that was secret information and like just no.
Yep. Okay. Done. Go. All right. You have been told how to get to Scarwall. Now, Leori, Sial, and Azira are going to bid farewell. Before they leave, does anyone have anything further they wish to ask any of those three? No?
Mm.
Very well. Extensively, they have let you guys know exactly what you need to do. Kill someone inside of Scarwall, and if and when the opportunity presents itself, take the crown, give it to Thea, and have Thea go to the Temple of Zonkathon. Alrighty then. Without much ado, our heroes continue their journey. If there's anything you would like to say or do in regards to Thea, you may do so now.
Is the Death Chariot reset?
Yes.
Ro would like to just take like a quick minute and walk up to Thea, and what Thea sees is like a pretty large sized secretary bird. And her frills at the back of her head are like out, so her head is like fanned. So you get the sense that she's spooked, but not hiding it very well. And she just walks up to Thea and goes, "Hi, I'm Eliza Rowe. Call me Rowe for short. I'm also new here, so I don't know very much either, but I hope you feel comfortable with us eventually, even though everybody's spooked right now. I kind of spooked everybody too. So that apparently is normal for people who feel different."
What did you do?
"I threw up and one of their friends stole my horse." And then she like sobbing. She just like starts sobbing about her horse being stolen.
Thea's gonna look to the other party members.
Alexander's just gonna like shrug and just softly shake his head like he doesn't know what's going on.
So there were some extenuating circumstances, and Quinn did leave you some gold, but like her friend was going to be killed, really quickly, and she needed a way to get back to Corvosa really fast. She never would have stolen anything otherwise, and she did leave the gold, and I'm sure she feels really bad. And I promise you, we're going to get you a horse just as soon as we can.
And still like over dramatically, like the most dramatic, squawking, like she's not even like sobbing like normally, she's squawk sobbing at this point. She's like, "Oh, okay, it still sucks though." And then we had to fight the stupid dragon, and then dead people popped out of the ground. And it's been a long day or 2 days, however the hell long it's been.
But your zombie friend was really useful, and that was really nice of you to bring him out to help us.
Yeah, it was pretty cool, even though it was really big.
If it makes you feel any better, they serve me, so they won't harm any of you.
Yeah, that's always good. As long as they don't attack us. We've had other people decide to use zombies against us, and yeah, sometimes it's a little scary.
Well,
but your friend was really helpful, and that was really nice of you.
He is very helpful, isn't he? Such a good boy.
Does he have
My
a
heart.
name? Does he have a name?
Not really. Do you
Oh.
want to give him a name?
I want to give him a name, but I can't think of one. Bob.
Well,
I was gonna suggest Atlas. Seemed like an Atlas. Very powerful name
Oh.
for a powerful figure.
Oh, Alexander, that's a really good name. You should name stuff.
Oh, I did. That's Storm Snake. And yeah. My new
well,
little
Ro.
I made that dragon I summoned my familiar.
All right. Very well.
Thea will stop Ro and she's trying to be comforting. And she looks you dead in the eyes and says, will avenge your stolen horse. We will take the head of the one who stole your companion, and we will see this injustice.
She's like, no heads, no heads. A person's finger was enough. No heads. I just needed to let that out. It's been a long and she's a bird, so she can't track time very good. So she's like, it's been a long little while. But thank you.
So you don't want the head of the thief?
No heads. I just want my horse. He's very fast and stomps shit to death at very fast speed. He's a good boy.
Okay. Well, if you change your mind, let me know. I would quite happily murder this person for you.
Oh, and by the way, dearie, if you touch a hair on Quinn's head, I will murder you.
Who?
Agnes is looking you dead in the eye right now.
Fair.
You don't know who Quinn is, but
Yeah,
that's who
that's
you're
it.
talking about. Is killing Agnes's really good friend. So she's just like
Who's Quinn?
Quinn, the thief you're on about.
You're friends with the thief?
We did say that.
I know it was an emergency. I don't want anybody dead. Calm down, calm down. And she starts fake swatting at Agnes. Calm down, calm down. I just had some
I'm
big
perfectly
feelings about my
calm, dear.
horse.
Oh,
Nobody's dying today.
Leori does the talking normally.
She does
We
do a
had
lot of.
And you met her before.
It was exciting.
Sure sounds like it. Neg, I do have a question.
Sure.
How does this is a very weird question. How would Asmodeus feel about undead?
Doesn't give a shit.
Or I was gonna say, is he does he just not care, or would he, since he's all about subjugation, would he just see that as another form of subjugation? And
If that is how you would like to interpret your teachings as an Osmodian priest, you may entirely interpret it that way.
perfect.
All right. So, our heroes journey onwards, heading north, following the directions to try and reach Scarwall. The shortcut in question takes our heroes to a small town on the outskirts of the Belkson frontier, known as Blisterwall. As you arrive, you are surrounded by sights and smells of unusual cultured meats and spices. This is not a well-to-do town. This is a city filled with a multitude of like huts and dirges, huts and yurts and stuff that have been lined around and gathered together to make a makeshift city. It is filled, absolutely filled to the brim with orcs.
Are there any merchants with anything sweet?
Roll a percentage. Oof. That's 2d10s, not a percentage.
Is there a different thing? Oh, yeah. Wait, nope, wrong button.
The one that looks like double zeros.
Yeah, silly me.
That's the one. All right. Yeah, you do manage to find a few small, like kind of small, interesting looking sweets. They're basically just clumps of carameled sugar that have been placed into like a cinnamon sand type thing, and seared on either side. These are the closest things to sweets they have here.
That actually sounds good.
Yeah, Holly's going to buy 5 of them.
All right. As you approach, the orc behind the desk that is working with these sweets looks at you and just sort of sniffs the air and kind of looks and gazes at you, trying to kind of ascertain or kind of judge you as you're getting your sweets. Really quick, thank you so much to Sassy Pants. Thea looking stunning as ever. Absolutely love that.
Sassy.
McClover, thank you so much for the donation. We have hero points for Thea and Alizaro and a magic item of Thea's choosing. Thea, you get a magic item of your choice. Congratulations.
Thank you.
All right, and thank you, McClover. Very much appreciated, my dear friend. I hope you're doing well. Now, as you are spending your time, sort of enjoying the sweets, enjoying stuff like that, you have been told, Thea, you've been told that there is an orc by the name of Braca, and you need to speak with this Braca in order to gain passage up north along the mountain pass towards Scarwall. Braca is not a bad person. He is definitely someone who a lot of people tend to give a wide berth to just because he's a little bit of a scoundrel, and he's been well known to scam people and kind of take people for a bit of a ride.
Okay. So,
That's what you know. You can inform the group. You can go and try to find them yourself. You can find them with the group. It's up to you how you want to proceed.
I think I'll tell the group.
All right.
I'll let you know that there's someone by the name Braca. You said he was an orc, yes?
Yeah.
Yeah. He's an orc that will be able to help us. Do watch your pockets and don't make any deals with Braca. They're known to be a bit of a scoundrel. They like to run the scams.
Good to know.
All right. Heading through town, you eventually find your way to what looks to be an opium den. There are several large cactuses which are emitting these plumes of rich mustard-colored smoke. As you are here, Dante, you know what this is. This is Pesh, the same drug which killed your best friend.
Oh, goody.
As you enter, there are lots of people in a haze. Mostly orcs in this village. They seem to be in a haze, enjoying the services that are provided to them. As you enter, one of the workers comes over and says, "How long would you like? We have many options for group discounts."
Wait, is this an opium den?
Yeah. Well, Peshten.
Agnes is like, oh no, I'm not going in one of those places again. You know what happened last time. No, I'll just stay right out here, and keep guard or something.
What do you mean last time?
We need to talk about it. It's fine. Nothing happened.
Doubtful, but okay.
With a certain sense of suspiciousness, the den master repeats his question, asking if there's anything you would need or require.
Oh, no, we're looking for somebody. His name is Braca?
Ah, Braca. He'll be around the back. Come. He begins to guide you deeper in, past the regular punters, into a gambling house towards the back. All right. As you get there, out the back you see what looks to be a man. Sorry, new phone, new alarms.
New phone, who dis?
New phone, who dis? All right. Out the back, there is a man who seems to be working hard at basically making this big stack of money balance among a number of different little, kind of books and odds, like kind of being weighed up here and there. As he sees you enter, he says, "Now who the fuck are you?" Oh, this is not the right music. Hold on one sec. It's very, no.
Yeah, it's a little too calm.
So
Little too calm.
serene. Braca is on the sauce.
That's it. All right, there we go. All right, who the fuck are you, and what do you want?
Ooh.
Holly's gonna nudge Thea.
Braca?
Yeah, I know my name. I asked, who the fuck are you?
Oh. My name's Thea. I'm still learning all of their names. Ro? That one's Ro.
Yeah.
I'm Holly.
All right, well, what can I do for you, Holly, Ro, and Thea? You watch as he reaches down and grabs hold of like this big, thick cigar. It's actually the desiccated thumb of a troll that he then lights on fire and then just inhales. It exudes
I'm like
this.
a necromancer.
Yeah, that's true. It exudes this like greenish smoke when he breathes it out.
Scarwall? Here, you're the one to talk to about that.
You're trying to get into Scarwall. Are you mad? No one goes to Scarwall these
little.
days. A little mad. Well, maybe I know there's a way to get into Scarwall. Maybe I don't. What's in it for me?
What do you want?
Oh.
Oh, what I want? A great many things. I'm a collector in rarities and oddities. The rarer the better. You give me something of value and maybe I can get you across.
Holly's gonna pull out those 3 orbs that she got.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Well, we have these, and you could have one of them.
And what are they?
What did we never got them identified, did we? Dante, didn't you identify them?
No, he didn't.
I don't think anyone did.
That's an excellent question. They're so rare. We don't actually know what they do.
He furrows his eyebrows. Basically what you're saying is you found something, you don't know what it is, and you're trying to palm it off.
I mean, it could be really cool.
Are they arcane? Could I potentially identify them?
It's just a matter of remembering what these orbs were.
Because if they aren't
you have no
arcane and aren't, the thing is it also depends on which
Well, that's why I
thing
said
they
if
fall
they're
under.
that's why
Yeah.
I said, are they arcane? Because if they're arcane, I can easily identify them.
Also,
And I
what?
could do it for nature.
Also, I'm having a look at your
Inspiration.
character sheet. What orbs?
At the very bottom, 3 glass orbs that reveal 3 powers. That's all you gave me.
3 glass orbs that reveal 3 powers. I'm sure it'll come to me at some point. But until that point, no, he has no idea what it is. And neither do I. He says, you're gonna have to do better than that. After all, there's no guarantee that one that goes to Scarwall comes back.
How about a circlet of poison?
You know what? That's actually not that bad. Sure. Deal.
Okay, I give him the circlet of poison.
Yeah.
All right. He takes it. He's like, oh, yes, this will be perfect. He pockets it and he says, so you're going to go to Scarwall, are you? Not a problem. I could send you there right now. He takes you to the back of the shop, where there appears to be a large sewer. He says, well, you hop in that. I'll get the water running. Bob's your uncle. You'll be there before you know it. It's
Sewer
not
slip and-
yeah, it's a sewer slip and slide. He says it's not the cleanest of ways to get there, but it does avoid a lot of the orcs who patrol the area. And now that they've seen you here, you're probably not going to leave the city without a fight.
Does someone want to get Agnes and explain to her that we need to go into the sewer and get flooded with sewage?
I'll go get Agnes and Dante, and Ro like kind of does a quick little side eye around the back, trying to just track to make sure she can make it back, walk back, and then she goes to grab Agnes and Dante
All right.
and explain the situation.
All right. Agnes, Dante, you've
Wait,
been...
wait. So we're just going again. This insistence on just believing random people that we just meet that tell us crazy fucking shit and we just go along with it. I don't. I think that she's showing signs of cracking now, Agnes. Like she's
Agnes is the only one that would actually die.
We're not going
would
to
actually survive.
explore other options. We're just going to go along with the first
Well-
mad-ass idea a crazy criminal in the back end of a pesh den tells us.
Well, Agnes, I think, and like you see her rose frill starting to come back up again, and you see her look, and she's like, I don't think we can go another way without a fight. And there's only
Have you tried?
6 of us. Well, he said that orcs, non-orcs aren't really. I've brought mail here before, and getting them to let me leave was I had to peck some people's eyes out once, and my horse killed somebody. It was not a good time. It was not a good time, Agnes. It wasn't a good time.
Alizara, you have a stroke of genius somewhere amidst the rambles. You realize you have delivered post here on multiple occasions, and you have been able to leave most of the time relatively unscathed. If your group were a delivery, like in a chest or something, you could potentially get them out of the village or out of the city. Yeah, super easy. You just have to go to the post office.
Correction. How? Shut up, Rykon. Damn it. Okay, I'm interpreting this very literally as in stuffing them into a chest with a hole in it so they can breathe. I'm assuming that that's not what you meant, though. I wouldn't think. Do I?
That is however you interpreted it, as Alizara would.
That's how I interpreted it.
That's how I thought as well, actually. Not gonna lie.
Still better than being flushed down a sewer.
Oh no, Dag, you gave us too many options. Okay. In that case, Agnes, you know the rest of them better than me. How much gold would I have to pay them to sit in a chest for like 2 hours?
Oh, I have no idea. I used to think I knew them. I'm not so sure anymore, to be honest with you. But, I mean, if Holly doesn't have to get flushed down a sewer, I think she'd probably prefer not. She doesn't like getting wet. And stinky
Or-
wet.
Yes.
Yeah, I've seen that lass take 2 baths in one day before.
Dante, do you have your... Alizara does not know magic terms here, by the way. Do you have the thing where you can get small? Do you have any of that?
Yes, I do.
Okay. Do you prefer being flushed down the sewer, fighting your way through, or being a delivery package?
I'd rather be a delivery package at this point.
Okay. What is going through my head as a player is trying to figure out the order of operations to do this. Do I get the rest of them and then go? Or as player to DM, I'm asking what the rough recommended order of operations would be, because Ro just is out of her mind right now.
Sure. Ro would probably go and get steal a box and a tag from the post office, and then simply go to the front entrance and try to leave using the stolen tag with some fake details in order to get past the guards at the front.
Forgery. All right. Agnes, could you come with me? Could you come with me to the post office? I think this will be a little bit easier if I look at least a little bit like I have business here, and I think you're the best person for that.
Certainly, dear.
And we go to the post office to get the tag or steal a tag, however that ends up needing to happen.
All right. You make your way over to the post office. As you do so, you find yourself in a rather well-to-do kind of room. It seems to be kind of dirty. There's kind of like, it's like packed mud instead of walls and stuff like that, and a thatched roof and things. But otherwise, it appears to be very akin to a post office. You can see the flag of the Postal Service. You can see several boxes and several bags, none of which are handled, with any particular care or grace. As you arrive, the postman at the front desk says, Alizaro, if it isn't my old friend, it is so good to be seeing you here. Not turned into a fried chicken, I see.
Not yet. It's getting kind of close. Hello.
Hello. You know this guy as Barak.
Hello, friend. I need a tag.
A tag. Oh, sure. Where's it going? Yep, that's not.
We are going. I didn't fight in the post office. We are going north, my friend. We are going north. If you still have the tags for that, that would be very helpful.
Yeah, I think I've got some lying around, but I need to see the package. Just can't give these away.
Fair. Do I happen to have, because I still had my mail bag on me, do I still have anything that would pass for that, or would I have to make something up on the fly?
Not really. You've got mostly letters, not packages.
Yeah. Oh, I must have left it somewhere. Can I buy a box?
Sure.
And then come back and get the tag.
Sure. How big of a box do you want? 6 5-foot boxes, like just say.
Yeah, just the standard 5-foot box is fine.
Okay. Large boxes, but he eventually hands you the flat packed versions and sends you on your way.
Yeah. So I'm gonna loop Agnes back out with me and kind of put the box together as I go.
All right.
And then I'm gonna be like, Dante, we need to find a way to sneak you into this box without anybody seeing so we can get the hell out of here.
All right. Meanwhile, Thea, Alexander, and Holly, where are you guys?
Still in the sewers.
Still staring at the sewer, waiting for Ro to come back with Agnes and Dante.
That's what I thought.
Right.
It's been how long now since they did this?
It's about 10, 15 minutes, I'd say.
It's taking your friends a while.
Yeah, I don't know. Is this the fastest way to get to Scarwall?
Oh, yes. Guaranteed the fastest way.
Like how long would we be in the sewer?
Couple hours, maybe?
And how long would it take to walk to Scarwall?
A couple of days.
It sounds like the better option. Maybe someone should go check on them?
You all look at each other, waiting in expectation for someone to do something.
I mean, I could, but I don't know how.
I'll go
I
and
can
see
go.
what's going.
No, I got it.
Okay, Alexander, you go.
How about we all go and we'll just get out of the sewer for a moment?
Okay.
All right.
So we head outside the pest den and find no one there.
Make a survival check to see if you can track them down.
Oh boy.
That is not a good skill for me.
All right, not bad, not bad. All right, it doesn't take you long before you see Alizaro and Agnes and Dante making their way towards you. But also, they seem to be trying to shove Dante in a box.
Yeah,
Hi guys, what's going on there?
Is that a coffin?
If Dante doesn't make himself small, it could be.
Yeah, Dante is just going to go into his tiny fox form. Because I can do that as many times as I want with unlimited amount of time frame.
So we need a box to get out so we don't have to get all yucky in the nasty, stinky water. We need a package. If we have a package, I can go get a tag because the post office guy knows me because I've brought mail here before. And then we can walk out of the city. Do.
It would take 2 days to get to Scarwall if we did it that way and nothing went wrong. And given your plan and our past history, not anything to do with you, I feel like something is going to go wrong. And 2 hours is much quicker, and Alexander has to stop every few hours because of the whole death chariot thing. So it'll probably take longer than 2 days to get there.
I
But
do
there
feel
could be a sewer monster. There could be a sewer monster. There could be like assassins hiding in the sewers.
If
there
we
could
don't
be
know.
assassins hiding on the road.
if we're
There could be
traveling
road monsters.
2 hours
Honestly,
versus 2
honestly,
days, there's nothing hiding in that sewer. We're going very fast down that sewer.
not to mention that the sewers would be the smartest way, because I very highly doubt the chariot can race through an entire town and happen to go into a sewer and fit. As
Is
disgusting as it is, the sewer is our best option right now.
as I'm fiddling with the box and Little Fox Dante, is Little Fox Dante giving like any signs of weirdness or discomfort?
I am considered tiny.
Yeah. Other than being manhandled, no.
Okay.
I
Well,
mean,
I was trying to gauge like his body language to see if he's like understanding the conversation because she doesn't know
Oh, yeah.
how foxes work.
Sure, sure.
He looks like he's understanding.
And how are you going
Okay.
to carry all 5 of us out of the city?
Oh, I just need one of you in the box. And then she points at Dante. I only need one of you, and I can say that the rest of you are a delivery troop. Y'all are part of the same delivery company.
why not just pretend there's something in the box?
Because it has to be inspected. And
What
I
if
am
they
not very
open-
smart. I am a bird.
What if they open the box and they inspect it?
We could just
I
put
could,
some food or something in the box.
yeah.
If it's a parcel.
we could've-
Also, I should flag there is a very strong possibility that Braca is lying to us.
I just lost that circlet for nothing, didn't I?
Probably.
I was
Maybe.
as you I was
Oh,
going to
shocking! A
say,
criminal in the back of a
wait.
pesh den was lying to us. Who'd have thought?
Oh. Oh, sarcasm. I love it.
Spicy Agnes.
I was going to say, don't hand over payment until you have the product, but we can always go and get it back. Bracky
Well,
didn't look that scary.
maybe we'll just ask him a couple more questions before we do the box thing. Holly's gonna head back.
Okay, you head back.
And hang on.
I'll follow Holly. Just
Sure.
scary backup.
Get
Alright.
her back up.
I have
Menacing.
no detect lying spells. So she's gonna try really hard to maybe trip him up or to see if he's lying about the sewer. Braca, how exactly do we get there in 2 days or 2 hours versus a 2-day walk through a sewer?
Who said you're walking through the sewer?
So water's gonna come through and push us through.
What? I
How
mean,
do-
yeah.
How do we not drown in 2 hours? Like how exactly does this work for people who go into here? And she's gonna try really hard to tell if he's lying.
He looks at you, he raises an eyebrow, and he says, there's a boat, you sit in it, and then you get carried very quickly to where the pipes lead you.
So the sewer's big enough for a boat?
Yes.
Big.
It's Phantom of the Opera.
Can Holly tell if he's lying about any part of this?
Yeah, Holly could tell. Maybe. Who knows? Could be rolling deception checks. Might be not. You have no idea.
That didn't roll. That was weird. Try that again. Is he lying?
As far as you can tell, he's not lying.
And is there anything that's gonna hurt us down there?
Well, I mean, it'd be kind of weird for there to be somewhere that something won't be able to hurt you. I am not a psychic, however, and I definitely do not regulate these sewer tunnels by traveling them frequently enough to be able to help this.
Are there people down there, or is it just gonna be us and the boat and nobody else?
As far as I know, it'll just be you guys and your boat. With your insight check, you realize that when he's talking about a scam, is you have effectively paid him several hundred gold for a trip that probably only costs him 2 silver, or 2 copper even.
Okay.
It's not that he's trying to swindle you by giving you a budgie project, more that he is trying to get as much money out of you, which is why he's just like, yeah, okay, magic item for this shit ride, sure.
Yeah, he's ripping us off.
Yeah, huge ripoff.
Okay, Holly. Okay, hang on. Let me go talk to my friends, and I'll be right back. So
Okay.
Holly's gonna. He
So he's just gonna
seems
watch you
on the up
go.
and up, guys. I think this is probably the best way to go. And there is a boat, so we don't have to get in the sewage.
You could have led with that.
I thought we were gonna have to slide down the sewer.
I mean, I didn't say you didn't have to. Just no one asked or pursued exactly what it was.
But yeah, so there's a boat down there, and we take the boat through the sewer. And he's not lying, so it will get us to Scarwall in 2 hours. And ignoring fighting or anything else, I'm just worried about the Death Chariot coming after Alexander. Because it's gonna be a really long 2 days. Probably 3, because we're gonna have to keep stopping at camp.
Mm-hmm.
That's a very fair point.
And do we know
Dante
where
says-
in
Dante says while
Scarnwall
still
it
Tiny
brings us
Fox.
out?
Oh no, he actually can speak normally.
Oh, he can speak.
What?
Oh, that's funny.
Yes,
That's great.
It's one of the things I was able to take because of ancestry stuff.
Oh,
Nice.
all right.
Thea's
Like,
still
well-
inside with Braca. It's like,
Well, do any of you have cleaning magic? And Holly's just looking at her feathers, just kind of
do.
worried about getting soaked. Okay.
I'm the one that
Well-
got you in the fight.
Oh, that was you. Okay, I thought that might have been Agnes. I wasn't sure. I couldn't tell what was going on. And then she'll help if it's okay with little tiny fox Dante. She'll help him out of the box and let him go where he wants to go and be free.
Very well.
runs off into the sunset.
Dante, you emerge from the box, and as they put you down, you hear this like, "Go, Dante, be free!" And you start running away. And then as you do so, you look behind and say, "But I'm part of your team." And he's like, "Go on, get out of here!" Throws a rock at you.
Doing the old yellow.
And then yeah, there's.
Oh my god!
And meanwhile, as you're leaving, you hear this "Born free as the wind blows," and as Dante's like, "What the fuck?" All right. Now we have we have a inspiration redemption for Cass, and we have an insight bonus from Cookie. So your insight bonus is as follows: as you are looking at this waterway thing, it is definitely the quickest. But leaving this town is probably imperative. Your insight bonus is that if you attempted to leave the town, even with the chests or the boxes, the town is currently looking at you like a hungering animal. It is poised to strike. It is very close. In fact, so close, you hear the sounds of weapons being drawn around the opium den. You turn and you notice that there is no one sitting inside. What do you do?
Let's go right now. Let's go. Holly's gonna head straight into the den and back.
We're
to Barca.
leaving.
All right. You leap down the sewer grates to a lower, like, sort of chamber. A stone walkway leads down to the water passage, and sure enough, there's a small raft that floats in the sewage water. Getting in and aboard it, you are blocked by what looks to be a portcullis that your orcish friend immediately opens, allowing water to pass from behind you and force you down. There's a sudden drop, and suddenly you start to scream forward, careening out of well, along the river, but out of control. Like there's no steering wheel or rudder. Into the darkness that is pitch black. As you veer left, veer right, you feel your whole body shaking, almost heavy enough to potentially fly out of the boat at any given time. It continues up, down, left, right, moving back and forth, side to side, as it continues down and through the countryside. However, as you are flying through the darkness, something illuminates behind you and seems to be following you. A light or a lantern of some kind being held aloft by something above the water. You look and you see what you think is maybe a humanoid body, but you realize is an antenna. As a large fish begins to rise out of the water. Now, that is where we're going to end today's session. But we also have a heroic action for Agnes. Agnes, pick a number between 1 to 5.
Yay.
2.
2. Press on at the start of your turn, and until the end of your turn, ignore penalties to your checks and DCs.
Ooh.
That's a pretty good one.
Wait, whoa. Say that again, sorry. Hang on.
Ignore penalties to your checks and DCs for 1 round. Nice.
Interesting.
All right. Now,
So good.
once again, thank you to our lovely players for coming and joining us today. Thank you to Brittany for coming as Thea. I think you guys integrated really well. It was a very low stakes game today because I wanted to give you guys some space to be able to get to to get to know each other a little bit and like explore some spaces by yourselves. And I think you guys did a wonderful job. It was so amazing seeing you guys in this element, and I cannot wait to see you guys next week when we will be tuning in from abroad to try and continue this adventure. But you guys are now well and truly on your way to Scarwall, and with any luck, you guys will get there in no time at all. So, guys, thank you so much for joining us. Thank you for being a part of the show. Stay safe, stay wonderful, be kind to each other because why the fuck not is free. And until we meet again, game hard or die trying. Good night, folks.
Bye, everyone.
Bye bye.